Well, there are lots of exciting things going on at the James Museum of Western and Wildlife Art this summer, including some innovative learning opportunities for all ages. We have Holly Walton joining us this morning with all the details. We have a lot to get to this morning. You have a lot going on.
Yes.
But first, congrats on your 1-year anniversary you guys just celebrated not too long ago.
Yes.
But I think people are still finding out about you guys, right? I mean, do you hear that a lot of, oh my gosh, I didn't realize you were here?
The number one thing I hear when patrons walk in is, it's so big, it's beautiful, and when did you all open? Yes. So there's a lot.
Well, and what I love is it's so different than I think a lot of the museums that are here in the Bay Area. I mean, it truly is something very unique, right?
Absolutely. We have some Native American artists that have their own selection, like their own gallery. We do have Native ceremonies and culture, and then the Cowboy Gallery, which is Mr. James's favorite.
Oh, I love it. Well, let's talk about this special exhibition that's going on right now and goes on until, what, July 21st?
That is when it closes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, what can we see in this latest exhibit?
So Edward S. Curtis, it's called The Cultural Connections of Edward S. Curtis, and he was a photographer in the first half of the 20th century, the first 30 years. He took some notable photographs of Theodore Roosevelt and his family, and he studied a lot in the field. He worked with a lot of Native Americans and kind of learning the culture and documenting it.
Okay, so there is this one of the pictures?
This is mother and child. Yep, he spent time in the tribes and kind of embedded, and his goal was, and the quote was, "The dream is so big, I just can't do it on see it all." He wanted to make sure we captured vanishing cultures.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yes.
So there's this one, and I know there's another picture.
Yes, this is Red Hawk, and so one of his other most notable, The Oasis in the Badland, took this photograph when he was 94 years old.
Wow.
So again, just kind of embedded himself for years and brought his family out, and just trying to make a connection and trying to capture this thing that was just, this whole culture was going.
So when you go through this exhibit, I mean, what's the feeling that you're hoping people will kind of take away of really kind of consuming themselves with what that culture was like at that time?
Absolutely. You know, there was a really big call for information from the West, and we wanted to know about what was happening and the, you know, the vanishing viewpoints of these people. So he got together the Chronicle with J.P. Morgan, who we all know was his backer and the richest man at the time, and he started to put together the North American Indian Chronicles. And so this book was supposed to be this whole collection of language and things that had to do with the culture, and fortunately died penniless, but this is a select masterworks from the Rob and Susan Huff collection they've loaned to us.
Well, again, going on until July 21st.
Absolutely.
Also going on this summer, I love that you're doing this, summer camps for the kiddos. Us parents are always looking for, where are we going to send our kids?
Mine are already asking.
Yes.
We're bored, we're bored. So we have ages 6 to 11 we serve, and we have 3 different themes. We have 2D and 3D. We have mixed media, and then we have creative clay.
Okay, which... Enter this guy right here, right?
Absolutely. This is going to be out of our mixed media theme. So this is a clay loom, which this is going to be kind of representative of what the children will see in the galleries. So this kind of goes hand in hand with that. And they get to make the clay loom, they can paint it, and then they pick the yarn that they want to weave it through.
Cool. So are these week-long camps? How do people sign up? Kind of what's the deal?
You can go to thejamesmuseum.org /summer camp, and then it does go weekly.
Okay.
So for 2 weeks, and then they'll have the pricing and more details there.
Sounds good. And there are spots open.
There are still some spots open if we have, but if you don't want to drop in for camp, we do have the Children and Teen Open Studio on Tuesday.
Well, yeah, let's talk about this. What's this $10 Tuesdays, too?
$10 Tuesdays. It's a fun day to come and check out the artwork, and for half price. We are open till 8 p.m. Sometimes we do sketching, we do music, but this summer we're going to be featuring some stuff for the children. So you can drop in, make something for the parents with an adult, and then the teens can bring a project in they're working on and just kind of mix and mingle with other teen artists.
I love it. All right. And then last but not least, this lifelong learning series. We have about a minute left. Tell us about this.
So Dr. Gabrielle Vale, she's an anthropologist. She works with the James Museum. She's doing a lecture, and it starts June 1st. And so we talk about landscape, cosmology, astronomy. And this is going to be how it relates to Native American cultures, how they read the stars, and how they would kind of map out their lives based on that. It's going to be very interesting.
Yeah. All right. Well, there are the details on that. But again, I know your website is kind of the perfect place to get everything on the detail.
Perfect place.
Summer camps, and of course this latest exhibit. Well, sounds good. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. We know you have a busy summer ahead. Keep us posted, because I know you guys are always looking ahead to the fall as well.
Absolutely.
So we'll have to have you
Stay
back
on our
soon.
website, please do.
Thank you, Holly.
Thank you.
Go to our website for more information as well.